Hi dear viewers, welcome to YouTube channel, and today also we have a topic about verb. And before that, I want to remind you also to subscribe, to share to your friends, and like this channel. It will help to disseminate the info and the others also to learn the Norwegian grammar. So in our today's topic, we are going to discuss about verb and uh, the verb called preteritum, or in English is called past tense. And before that, I have prepared also some examples that we have discussed from our last session, from begge deler, begge to, både og, begge, litt og lite. So I made seven examples. The first one is Skal de servere te eller kaffe? De servere begge deler. So are you going to prepare, for example, tea or coffee? Tea and coffee, they are sort of general term or general words, and so as a general reference, so we can reply by begge deler, both parts or both. Spiller du fiolin eller guitar? Can you play, for example, violin or guitar? Here also, because violin and guitar also they are like general reference, also they are well popular or universal, or we can use them in all over the world. So we can reply with begge deler. And also kommer Rune eller Ude, de kommer begge to, because they are very specific persons or people. Also både Anne og Hilde. Also here kom på jobb. Both. If we have two sentences, we can combine with både og that we have discussed last week. Han skal selge begge bilene sine. Here also we use it definite noun, also bilene with begge. And the two are here, they are quantifiers, or we call them in Norwegian mengde form. And here the first example is Han har litt olje, meaning it has little oil, so he doesn't need to go and buy. While the other second example is Hun har lite olja, meaning she has little oil, so it means she has nothing, almost nothing, so she should go to the supermarket and buy. So these are some of the examples just for training, and you also, dear viewers, just try to write and try to train yourself also by using these different conjunctions and quantifiers. So to our today's topic is verb. Verb meaning is a kind of it tells us the action of something, what we do. And in English we have, or in Norwegian also, we have two type of verbs. And the first one is the regular verbs, and the other one is the irregular verbs. But in Norwegian they use these regular verbs like the svake verb, or the irregular verbs like the stark verb. So the regular verbs form is the verb stem or the infinitive plus et or de, te or dde. While the irregular verb or the stuck vocal is just changing totally. Totally is changed. So this is the difference between the two. But our today's focus is the stuck verb, or the one with the regular verbs. So we call them in Norwegian preteritum, or past tense. So they tell us here, it's written for tell som skjer i fortid. They tell us about what action or thing happened in the past. So example is Før bodde vi i Argentina. Before we lived in Argentina. Hun kom til Japan i 2011. She came to Japan in 2011. So this indicates bodde and kom, they are past tense of the verb. Bor means to live, lived, and kom, come, past tense came, in Norwegian kom. So these are some of the examples. So we are going to see in detail also one by one. Bowing avsvaka verb. These are the regular verbs. For example, most of them they have the suffix et, et, te, de, or dde. For example, infinitive, the stem. For example, infinitive. We have, for example, okaste, olise, oleve, obu. So here, okaste, we just put et. And olise, te, oleve, de, obu, dde. But how we are going to put this suffix at the end of the verb? So we'll see one by one here. The first one, preteritum po ete. Infinitive kaste, snakke, kaste, bade. Here we have to focus before e. So before e, here we have a consonant t. Here before e, we have a consonant k. Here we have before e, we have a consonant sk. Here before e, we have a consonant d. If we have consonants before e, sk, kk, nt, t, d, and le, so always we use et at the end of the verb. Kastet, snakket, vasket, badet. So this is the way how we can add the suffix of the past suffix at the end of the verb. And the other way of changing the form of the verb into past tense is by using te or te. In infinitive form, for example, lese, spise, köpe, spille, drömme. So here we put te, all of the verbs. So what we use here also, the other technique, most of the verbs, they end with e, but before e here also a consonant s, p, double l, and also double m. So if we have these consonants before e, we can put at the end of the verb te, and by putting te, we can change the verb into past tense. So leste, spiste, köpte. But spille here we have double L. So double L we have to take only one L, and double M also we have to take one M. So this is the way how we use the Norwegian grammar if you want to change into past tense. And the other way of changing to past tense is by adding de. Infinitive, prøve, leve, klage, leie. Preteritum. So before e we have v, before e we have v, before e we have g, before e we have e. So prøvde, levde, klagde, leide. So g, v, og e. So these are also the consonants before e. If we get these consonants before e, so we can add de. And the other way of changing the form of the verb into past tense is if you have at the end of the verb vocal or the vowels. For example, snow, true, betty, she. If we have is a Norwegian vowel, and also o also a Norwegian vowel, e also a Norwegian vowel, e also in English e is also a Norwegian vowel. So snow, true, betty, she. Snöde, so we put dde at the end of the vocal or vowel, dde at the end of the vocal here also, dde at the end of the vocal here also. So we put dde always when it is ended by vocal or vowel. So this is the other way of technique. And the last is some verbs also they change, even though they change it with te, de, but even inside also they change it here. So some also they just, even though they change it, we added the suffix, but also inside also they show some kind of changes. So these are for today's program. And for the next week, you have to write 7 sentences with past tense, and I will bring also sentence examples, also illustration for the next week. Until then, wishing all the best, and please subscribe and share and like to your friends. Have a nice day.